All right. Now let's see if we are live. We are live. We are live. Okay. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 check 1 2, check 1 2. Check 1 check 1 2, check 1 2. All right, well hopefully I can check 1 2, check 1 2. Speak with this microphone this far away from my face and that'll be okay. So hopefully I can speak with the microphone this far away from my face and that will be okay. Let's see if that works out. This far away from my face and that will be okay. Let's see if that works out. This far away. So hopefully I can speak with the microphone this far away from my face and you can still hear me. Let's see if that's working out. Away from my face and that will be okay. Let's see if that works out. This far away. So hopefully I can speak with the microphone this far away from my face and you can still hear me. Let's see if that's working out. Away from my face and that will. All right, it looks like we're good here. Let's put OBS here. Yeah. I don't want the desktop audio to just be barely in the background, but it seems so loud. Seems really loud. Okay, well, my voice, hopefully you can hear me okay. I just wanted to do a live stream to see if we could So we put, welcome, say hi, please. I'm desperate and lonely. So hopefully somebody will come in and feel really sorry for me and say hi. It's unlikely, but it'd be cool. Alright. So we are still alive. We're still streaming. Good. Alright, it looks like we're good here. I'm gonna mute the live stream. Alright, let's see if I can hear myself. I don't want the desktop audio to just be barely in the background, but it seems so loud. Just waiting for the live stream to pass where I'm going to get an echo. I think we're past it. Let's see if we can hear. Let's see how we sound. Let's see how we sound. Let's see how we sound. Well, I don't know. We're going to do something at some point, right? And I say that something should be setting up a DigitalOcean. Oh my God. Look at all that personal information. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that too. We should set up a SoundCloud server. No audio. SoundCloud DigitalOcean server. So I'm gonna set up a web server for my buddy's business, and I still have not set up SuperBoring.space. As a matter of fact, I took that server down that I had the site hosted on because it was just too complex. And I've used DigitalOcean in the past, and they have lots of help documentation that's much easier to set up. I was using Kombatu, some kind of weird stuff before. It had NGINX instead of Apache to go with the Linux installation web server. Never used NGINX before. I've only used Apache. It seems like I could have figured out how to host multiple sites on that WordPress installation. It was just taking way too much time. And I've used DigitalOcean in the past, and I know I've figured it out on DigitalOcean, and DigitalOcean is only like slightly more expensive. So I'm just going to go back to DigitalOcean. If you want a VPS, a virtual private server, I would recommend DigitalOcean. I'm going to slide this over here and get our 6-digit code. So you can't see my email. Yet. Oh, I need to open my authentication app, not my email. I set up 2-factor authentication. You can't use that code again, so don't try. So we have $100 in credits because I just Google searched how to get $100 in credits, found a link that says get $100 in credit, and created a new account. I would recommend doing that. Now let's see if we can add a droplet. We just want a LAMP server so we can install WordPress on it because I want to learn how to use WordPress because it's the most popular content management system, or CMS, you can use today. We don't care about premium, regular. I wonder if we can upgrade this later with the same server. Let's just go for the cheapest plan. 512 megabytes. Oh, 10 gigabytes disk space. That's good. 500 gigabyte transfer. That's probably fine. Like, I've never even used 500 gigabytes, I don't think, in a month by myself. So since we're going to have 0 people visiting this website, we could probably stand to use the 500 gigabyte plan. This website won't be wildly popular for probably a year or so. Once I figure out what I'm doing, let's just do the $4 a month. I'm sure DigitalOcean will let you upgrade your service later. And even if they don't, I could just copy the website and transfer it to a new VPS. We don't want to be in New York. It's really far away. We want to be in San Francisco. The other one I set up in Germany, just because they have better privacy laws there in Germany. VPC network. I don't know what this is. All resources created in this data center will be members of the same VPC network. They can communicate securely over their private IP address. What's this mean? VPC, a virtual private cloud, is a private network interface for collections of DigitalOcean resources. VPC networks provide a more secure connection between resources because the network is inaccessible from the public internet and other VPC networks. Traffic within a VPC network doesn't count against bandwidth uses. Interesting. You can now change the default VPC network for a region. When you change the default VPC network for a region, the new default network will be automatically selected during applicable resource setups unless otherwise specified. I don't know what that means. Thanks for putting words on there that don't mean anything to me. Heads up, private networking is now automatically enabled. You can create new networks or just use the default. Okay, that also means nothing. Guys, tell me what the fuck you're talking about. So any resource within SFO3, default-SFO3, will be able to talk to each other without using the transfer limits. This is not helpful to me if I only have one server there, but I guess if I set up another server there, they can talk to each other without incurring a cost. Great. Create a root password for access to Droplet, less secure, SSH keys, and more secure authentication methods. This is what I want to do. Select at least one key, new SSH key. Copy your public SSH key and paste it in the space below. For instance, instructions on how follow the steps to the right. Follow these instructions to create or add an SSH keys on Linux, Mac OS, and Windows. Windows users without OpenSSH can install and use PuTTY instead. We're going to use a Linux to SSH in. We're going to use WSL, Windows Subsystem for Linux, to SSH in through Ubuntu. Open a terminal and run the following command. So we're going to open Ubuntu. I've opened a terminal, you can see that here, but I'm going to run this on my other screen so you can't see the SSH key if it happens to pop up on the screen. I really have to fix my camera. I don't like these blobs, but I gotta fix my background. Something I need to work on. Alright, let's see. How do we do? How do, guys? How do? We're gonna type in SSH/keygen. Generating public-private RSA key pair. Enter file in which to save the key. Okay, so I've entered the file where I want to save the key under home Kai, that's my username, ky.ssh/id_rsa. Enter passphrase. Empty for no passphrase. Definitely want to enter a passphrase. You will be prompted to save and name the key, generating public RSA key pair. Enter file in which to save. Oh, this is basically exactly what I did. Then next you will be asked to create and confirm a passphrase for the key. Highly recommended. So I'm going to do a passphrase. Enter passphrase. I'm going to enter a passphrase. Not going to tell you what it is. Alright, your identification has been saved in this file right here. Basically, it was saved here. Yeah, that's it. That's where I saved it. The key fingerprint is blah 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 blah. The key's randomart image is blah 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 blah. I've never done this before, but creating an RSA key pair in Linux, apparently super easy. Next, you will be asked to create and confirm a passphrase for the key. Highly recommended. This I've already done. This will generate two files, by default called idrsa and idrsa.pub. Next, add this public key. Add the public key. Copy and paste the contents of the .pub file into the SSH key content field. What does that mean? On the left. All right, I didn't read the last part that said on the left. So that's what I needed to read to make that make sense. Copy and paste the contents of the .pub file, which I'm assuming stands for the public key, typically id_rsa.pub, into the SSH key content field, SSH key content field, I can't highlight it, but it's right here on the left. So I don't know why I'm copying cat. That's short for concatenate. S dot 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 dot. Does that mean copy? I don't know how to spell concatenate. The cat command in Linux. Concatenation explained. Cat command has three primary purposes involving text files: create, read/display, update/modify. Huh, I don't know. For more detailed guidance, see how to add SSH keys to droplets. I don't think we need more detailed guidance. I think we can figure this out. I'm gonna try to change oh, that's not my terminal. I'm gonna try to change directory into the how do you do a squiggly? This is gonna be important for the future. Oh, it's this button way up here, top left, right to the left of the one key on the number row. Squiggly /.ssh/id_rsa .pub. Oops. So now we're in that file. Hopefully, let's list all the files. Yeah. Here we have the IDRSA file and the ID_RSA.pub. I'm gonna try to nano ID_RSA. Yep. There is a private key. Right there. Big old private key. Okay. Now we're going to nano the ID_RSA.pub. And it's blank. I don't know what to do with that. I thought it would have a public key in there. Interesting. I don't know what to do with that. The nano ID underscore. Oh, I really messed up. I mistyped it. I just created a file called ID_RAS.pub. And I didn't create it because I didn't save it, but I would have created it if I saved it. It's a blank file. So we need to nano ID_RSA.pub. Now this will have stuff in the... No, yes, it does. Haha! Okay, we have stuff in here. It doesn't text wrap, which is weird. Okay, so we're gonna, you can't see what I'm doing, but I basically just opened the public key. I suppose I could show you the public key. That's not the end of the world. It is a public key. So this is what it looks like when I nano into the public key with my Ubuntu terminal. It's all in one line. And I'm wondering if it keeps going. Yeah, it does. It's a very long. Like super long. So we're gonna exit that. Oh shit. I don't think that information gives you my private key, but I could be wrong. If you are watching this, God, please, I wish somebody that knew what they were doing would start watching these so they could just like be my mentor and help me figure all this crap out. If I just screwed up royally and let somebody pwn my server, let me know. I suspect nobody's going to watch this, so nobody will try to own my server, but if they do, Man, I'm in trouble. What I should do is not post anything that I don't want anybody else to know on my website, on my VPS. I'll spin up another server for confidential shit later. Like my buddy's restaurant. He's going to open a restaurant, and I volunteered to build his website because while it doesn't look like it, I do have experience building websites. It's just been more years than I can remember since I've done it. So, I mean, I built a retail website in HTML and CSS that you could purchase items on. I mean, it was a very complex website. It took me a couple weeks to build it, and maybe even longer, maybe like 3 weeks. Anyway, my buddy ended up hiring a professional to build it, and I thought it was ugly as sin and worse than the one I built for him, but whatever, it's his business, which ultimately failed. But that's neither here nor there. I actually have experience building websites. Never done an RSA key pair though, which is crazy. All right, so now we're gonna get that key. We're actually just gonna do it the way they say to do it on DigitalOcean. We're gonna copy this, type it in, and hit clear. Whoa, bud. Whoa, bud. What the fuck am I doing? Clear X. All right. I was just started typing in the middle of my key pair picture. There's got to be a way to reprint that out, right? We're gonna find out if we can do that in a minute. But what we're gonna do right now is cat squiggly /.ssh/id _ rsa.pub. But that just prints it out. Cat just prints it out. Can I copy and paste from the terminal? Let's see. I don't think I can. I can. Copy your public SSH key and paste it in the space below for instructions on how to follow the steps on the right. Name. What's the name? We don't need to get into all that. We're just going to call this, since I'm calling my project Reading Host, I'm just going to call this the Reading Host Public Key Pair, PKP. Public Key, Reading Host PK. Let's not shorten it so I can remember what that means if I ever need to. Public Key. Reading Host Public Key. Add SSH key. I should move this to a file called Reading Host Public Key. I should add my key pair in Linux to a file called Reading Host Public Key, because if I create a new key pair, I'm not going to be able to know the difference. Enable backups. I'm going to do that later. If I ever create a public key pair, I'm probably not going to remember that I have one in there, and I'm going to screw up and not move the key pair, so I won't be able to differentiate them. And then by the time I figure it out, I'm going to have 5 key pairs, and I'm going to have to go one by one and test the private keys, and I'm going to learn my lesson the hard way, and that's what's going to happen. All right, let's see. Choose your SSH keys. Block storage volumes. Whoa. Well, we got to update here, folks. Block storage volumes. Our engineering team is investigating an issue with the block storage volumes. Oh, this isn't an update. This is a we're fucking up right now and we need to tell you about it. During this time, users may experience issues while creating, listing, and deleting the block storage volumes in all regions. We apologize for the inconvenience and will share an update once we have more information. Oh no, they fixed it at 19 minutes ago. They've implemented a fix to resolve the issue with block storage volumes. We are currently monitoring the results and will post an update as soon as the matter is resolved completely. So they implemented a fix. They don't know if it's going to work. I'm glad we got that out of the way. I was worried. Enable backups. 80 cents a month per droplet. 20% of the droplet price. Do I want backups? Here's the thing. I don't really want backups. This is not going to be my production server. And if this goes down and I have to spin up a new website, cool, because that's practice. And I'll have to remember how to spin up a new website as practice. So when I'm not actually going to implement backups on this particular server. 80 cents a month, oh my god, is so cheap. There's no reason not to, except for I want it to break. I hope it breaks, because the more times I do this, the more I'm going to remember how to do it. I am going to regret those words later. I know it. Monitoring enables additional droplet metrics. Collection, yeah, duh. If it's free, why don't you just give it to me? I guess because it probably does take a minuscule amount of resources, and they don't just want you to not have it if you're never going to use it, is my best guess. IPv6 enables public IPv6 networking. In my experience, IPv6 only causes problems for legacy software. So I don't want to enable IPv6 networking. It's sad to say, this is IPv6 versus IPv4. We ran out of IPv4 addresses a long time ago, but thanks to some technologies that aren't coming to mind immediately, we've just been using IPv4. Like subdomains, like, you know, you just have a whole bunch of sub IPv4 addresses at a main IPv4 address, basically, is the principle. So we've just been living with a broken IPv4 forever and ever and ever, and now everything has IPv6. All the routers do. Everything's great. It's only been fucking, I can't even imagine how long IPv6 has been being implemented. Like 15 years is my guess. I'm guessing 15 years. How long has IPv6 been on routers? I'm not going to say a standard because it was a standard. 25 years ago is when they recognized IPv6. Standard on routers. Hello? Regardless, it's been a decade and a half since it's been like available, working. Everybody should be on it. And yet, just the other day, I was using a VPN, and the VPN would shut off my internet connection, the program, when I turned it on, because I had IPv6. I was using IPv6, and it would cut off my internet connection because whatever that program did wasn't updated. I'm sure they're going to change it. I'm sure, like, it's a known problem. But I'm not going to turn on IPv6. Yeah, I am. Fuck it. Yeah, I am. I'm going to do it. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm sure it'll be fine. Nobody will know. Enter user data when you create a droplet to perform tasks or run scripts as the root user during a droplet's first boot. Yeah. Yeah, we want... Well, what? I have to enter the user data here. Man, I think I might have misspelled desperate wrong. Desperate. Okay, I didn't. Metadata is a service provided to DigitalOcean droplets that allows a droplet to access data about itself. Metadata also lets you provide arbitrary user data to droplets during creation, which Cloud Init can consume during the droplet's first boot to speed up provisioning and configuration. Yeah, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to be running a script and I don't know what that means. I mean, I have an idea of what that means. I just have no experience with it, so I'm not going to do it. How many droplets? Deploy multiple droplets with the same configuration. No, one droplet. Give your droplets an identifying name you'll remember them by. So we're going to do Reading host test. Use tag test droplet. We're going to specify it's a droplet. I found this when I've in my journey because I'm learning Python and stuff. Like, are these arbitrary names? Sometimes they'll just pop up and you're like, oh, is that the Reading host? You can't give them the same name. You got to give them differentiating names and descriptive names, because you'll be like, Reading host something burnt had an error, and you'll be like, crap, I named 3 things Reading host. So you want to have differentiating names. Use tags to organize and relate resources. Tags may contain letters, numbers, colons, dashes, and underscores. Now this, I actually don't know what this is. Use tags to organize and relate resources. Use tags to organize and relate resources. Tags, blah, blah, blah. Yep, I'm not going to put any tags in because I don't know what that means. Assign droplets to a project, a Reading host. Perfect. This is what I want. Create droplet. So this takes a little bit. Wonder if I like hung a light colored sheet in the background instead of a brown sheet, if it would help. I mean, I would show you what's behind me, but it just takes up screen space and it's super ugly. I mean, I don't care. Oh, check that out. Oh yeah, NVIDIA broadcast. Follows my face around. I got face tracking, that's right. And you can have face tracking too if you just install NVIDIA broadcast. I'm going to show you. Listen, nobody's watching this, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to show you what my background looks like, because it is really, it's literally, I'm in a travel trailer. I'm going to show you right now. We're gonna go over here. Oh, you know what? I'm not. I lied. I'm a liar. Because if I change the camera settings on NVIDIA broadcast, it shuts off the camera on OBS. And I'm currently live streaming, so it'll shut off the camera on OBS, and then I will disappear, and there will be a black box where my video of myself is supposed to be, and then there will be a black box until I reset OBS. So I'm not doing it. not gonna happen. Alright, I gotta fix that. Anyway, we got our droplet. It's very exciting. What are we gonna do now? I don't even know. I'm sure I sound like shit. I can see my bars going up into the yellow pretty much every time I talk. I mean, if I get my mic too far away from my face though, it's like too quiet. I just sound really quiet, like I'm in the background, so I don't know. We're just gonna leave it where it is. Go containerized with Docker. Install and use Docker containers to build containerized applications. You know what? I like a bigger mouse. I need a bigger mouse. With my old, I always used to set the mouse, you know, to the largest size and then also have that contrast on it. So if it drags over an image, like it would be black on a white screen, and if it drags over an image, it shows the opposite color of the color it's on top of. I'm gonna have to change that at some point. On Windows 11, I don't really know how to do it. I'll do it later. It's really simple to figure out. I don't need to show you how to do it. Go containerized with Docker. Install and use Docker containers to build containerized applications. I've heard really cool shit about Docker, but I've never actually used it. What we want, okay, we got a droplet. Enable backups, mount to volume. We have a droplet. It doesn't do anything. Droplet now has our updated droplet console with better performance and features. How does this help me? Alright, so I opened the droplet console. I can't even type into it. What's happening? Why is this a thing? Yo, I can't even type into your console, dude. That doesn't make sense. Okay. What I wanted to do is just set up a LAMP server, you know, out of the box. I thought I would have to make the droplet and then set up the LAMP server. Add domain, access console, resize droplet, add block storage, view usage, enable backups, add tags, destroy. Need to update your name service with your domain registrar for the records below to take effect. I do need to do that. Enter at orbit. I'm pretty sure I need to do this. Free code camp. Huh. Why am I at free code camp? Cool. Must be my home. Yeah. Home page is free code camp. So let's see. Oh. So let's go to. I'm gonna do this off screen just in case. I don't think it's gonna show anything. But I have all my domains here. Yeah, I gotta sign in on a different Google account. Sorry, I wish I could show you this. Where did we get hacked, you know? That's not the right website. There we go. So I need to edit SuperBoring.space. Need to update these name servers. Don't need to update the name servers. Need to update the DNS. I had it set to my old server, and now I need to get it set to this server. How do I do that? There we go. This should do it. I'm also going to update the MX and CNAME. Let's look up what they do, because I'm pretty sure I know what they do. I'm pretty sure it has to do with email, but let's see. If I wanted to make this an email server as well, I could do that. CNAME record is used for referencing a domain's alias instead of its actual name. CNAME records typically point to an A record for that domain. However, MX records have to point directly to a server's A record. Maybe this has a simpler explanation. The domain name system, or DNS, is blah blah blah. In this article, we'll explain blah blah blah, different from CNAME and MX. Blah blah blah. I don't want to buy anything from you, within 6 days. God damn, what is this place? Elegant Themes. Oh, cool, you can buy Elegant Themes here. All right, let's get started. In this article, we'll explain a DNS. We know about DNS. What is an A record and how is it different? Well, there are several different types of DNS records, but the most common and important ones are referred to as A, CNAME, and MX. Let's break down what each record does and how they differ. A records are the most basic type. The A stands for address, as their function is to tie a domain name or URL directly to an IP address. Here's an example. So this is what I have already fixed. I have 3 A records at $. And www. I've changed all of those to the IP address for SuperBoring.space. So hopefully those propagate. And take you to, I won't know because I haven't set anything up on the server yet, so crap. The host, CNAME is short for canonical name. CNAME records are essentially aliases that tie one domain name to another. For example, if you type elegantthemes.com into your browser, the DNS directs you to blah blah blah, because there is an alias that points the former to the latter. blurring out the points to does not help anybody. So maybe just use like examples instead of actual ones next time you take pictures. For CNAME records, the only difference is that the points to column will be the web address that the host record points to rather than the IP. So that's very simple. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. The host record might be www and it might point to example.com. This would cause www.example.com to redirect to example.com. The advantage of this is that if you need to edit them, you can simply change the A record and all the associated C names that point to it will update automatically. MX or mail exchange records deal with the sending email. They tell the DNS where a particular email address is located. Here's an example. The priority column assigns each MX record to a priority number. MX records point to mail servers and help route emails to their proper destinations. I am going to want to set up an email server that's just going to forward the emails to me eventually. We're going to edit the C name. Deleted. How do you add a record? I deleted the MX record because it wouldn't let me modify it, and now I don't know how to add a record. Add record. Jeez, it's a big green button right there, dude. Host name. Nope, we're gonna add an MX record. If there are multiple records, here the lowest priority is tried first. If it fails to connect, the DNS will go down the list until one works. No idea. Host name, no idea. So we have, nope, not type. We have host name. We have priority. And we have example. Oh God, I can't see if anybody's watching me right now. Come on. They're not. Nobody's watching me. That's okay. I don't even know if I should post this live stream. Probably not. Although the channel is called SuperBoring and this is a record for myself. Thanks, YouTube, for hosting all this crap for free. Alright, anyway, back to work. So the host name is the fully qualified domain name. I wish that it would say that. Put in 10 for priority. I was going to do that anyways. Mail server. Is going to be mail. Dot SuperBoring space. That's where I'm going to host my mail server. So that should work later on when I go to set up a mail server. Mail server. Cool. New record. Mail.superboring.space. Superboring.space. So we've got that set up. Now we're going to try to put a web host on our server and see if it works. I don't know what's going on here. We're gonna delete that. I think all I need to do is have it where my domain is hosted. That seemed to work last time. I mean, maybe we should just go through step by step and set up the LAMP server. SSH into warning, permanently added superboring.space to the. Let's see if that matches up with my IP address, 137.148.88.159. It does match up. Now, why can't I get in? Connect to host. Port 22, no route to host. there's a way to... move this. I'm pretty sure the command to do that is disown. So I can't SSH into it. No route to host. It did work the first time. So apparently the host is down because I can't ping it. Oh, maybe I messed up when I deleted that. I bet you I can ping the... Is my internet down? What the hell's going on? So I bet you what I did when I entered domain space add domain. I make the name server direct to hover? We got name servers over here. Does that work? Well, this is a problem that I have no solution to. I'm gonna stop this live stream because it sucks. Started streaming 2 minutes ago. Are you serious? 67 minutes ago. So we're going on an hour. I gotta figure out this name service stuff. And then, I don't know, I'll post an update video. This has nothing to do with learning Python, but it's going to be part of my Learning Python series. If you know how to figure this stuff out more easily, hit me up. If you post a comment, I will personally contact you and give you my email address or my phone number so you can text me and tell me how easy what I'm trying to do is and teach me how to do it. I will happily accept any mentoring or advice from anybody out there who feels like giving it up. All right, well, thanks nobody for watching. I'm gonna shut this shit down. Late.